Underneath this garden is the most extraordinary house in London. It is only 6 foot tall, but unlike the Victorian giants all around it, this house is almost entirely self-reliant on energy. It's Wednesday morning, time for the school run. Alex Michaelis is filling up the car, courtesy of the sun and solar panels on his roof. Alex is an architect and created this house for him and his young family. Now he hopes it will inspire others to follow in his carbon-neutral footsteps.
Right. Inside, we've just created one big space here. You can see we've brought as much light in as possible, so all the way around the edge you have light wells that bring light into it. Big staircase with a slide for the children to go down, and adults if they want to. It's quite fast though. I've always been interested in alternative energy and lived in standard Victorian houses and never really had the opportunity to experiment with these energy systems. So when we decided to build this house, we said, well, let's put into practice all these things that we keep trying to get our clients to do, and then we can say we've done it, it's fantastic, do it.
Notting Hill is full of innovators, but Alex has taken cutting edge to a whole new level, carving 22 feet down in search of a sustainable way of life. A borehole pumps their water up from 120 metres down. There is highly efficient double glazing, a heat exchange system that absorbs the natural heat from the earth and warms a swimming pool in the basement, which acts like a giant radiator. If the water is 25 degrees, the rest of the house is nearly the same. And on the roof, there is a 500-watt photovoltaic system to generate electricity, and solar thermal tubes that produce hot water.
This is the plant room here.
Alex keeps an eco eye on all his kit, down in mission control.
And this is the solar panel, which tells you how the solar panel's working and the temperature on the panel when the sun hits it goes higher, and then the pump is activated and it will start heating up the water for you. It's quite amazing when you see the little meter running and how much you're generating, and then you see how much you're using, and you'll inevitably try and go and switch everything off so it levels out when the sun's out. So in retrospect, I would have put that meter next to the entrance, and I think actually we're doing that more and more for all houses, all meters next to the entrance, so you're aware of it the whole time.
As well as running the car, the solar panels generate electricity for an array of gadgets around the home.
We have electricity, and that's the only thing we use in the house. No gas and our own water. The solar panels that we have do quite a lot of the hot water, the thermal, from say April till October, and the PV, which is photovoltaic and converts sunlight into electricity, gives us, I suppose, 10–15% of our electricity.
Juliet Davenport is the chief executive of Good Energy. She welcomes Alex's pioneering design.
It's taken a while, actually, longer than I thought it was going to, because having talked to architects 10 years ago, they were really considering eco-builds, but it's only really now that we're beginning to see them come through. And I think maybe that's the difficulty is the clients really haven't been demanding it, and we're now seeing that coming through much more, that people are demanding that their homes are built to a level, and they still can be beautiful, and they still can be very livable in. Because I think sometimes the concept was that design and architecture didn't really go with eco. And I think there are sites now that are proving that it really can.
The eco message has been picked up by Alex's children. Juliet predicts eco designs will soon become the norm in homes up and down the country.
I call it pub talk. I love the idea of people going down the pub and boasting about their wind turbine or their solar panel on their roof. Because that's how conversations start, and that's how people start thinking, well, maybe I can do it too.
Back in Notting Hill, Alex's car is topped up and his children are off to school, carried at a good speed by the power of the sun.